Hello and welcome back to Steve Taylor's High School Stars of the Week. I'm Nick Marconi, and we got Steve Taylor, Terry Crosby, and Tom Cole joining here in a second. And we are going to cover high school sports, and we've got football and golf highlights for you. Coming at you.
Hey everybody, Steve Taylor with Steve Taylor's High School Stars of the Week. I'm here with Terry Crosby and Tom Cole. We're back for another exciting edition of Steve Taylor's High School Stars. So we're going to kick things off with a tremendous golfer, Grace Cotnick, coming out of Southview High School. Tom, you know a little bit about this story?
I do. She shot a 42 at White Pines. It was against Anthony Wayne, and she did a great job. And, you know, I was thinking, if I played White Pines, you're a golfer, right? And what would I shoot for 9 at White Pines? And I was thinking, maybe 70 or so,
That'd be good.
And use every club in my bag, okay? No, Grace did a great job. Terrific golfer.
Awesome. Yeah, and you know, her family knows a little bit about golf, right? Her grandpa, tremendous pro in the city of Toledo, actually was named, I believe, Teaching Pro of the Year back in the day. And her dad's another fantastic golf pro too. He's even played around, I believe, with Michael Jordan. So
oh, really?
Pretty cool. Yeah.
Mike, aka Lefty Cotnick. He was a great great school quarterback back in the day.
Yeah, great school.
He doesn't like to talk. He doesn't like to talk about it like Cross, but back in the day, he could get it done.
Stuff. No, congratulations, Grace.
Yeah,
Keep
nice
up
job,
the
Grace.
Great work.
And you know the thing about Grace as well, I don't know if you guys knew, but she's actively involved in the school's newspaper. She's the editor for the newspaper, and also the drama and theater.
Wow, nice job, Grace.
And she's very active in the community as well.
Great job, Grace.
She's a busy lady.
Comes from a wonderful family.
All around, that's fantastic. Hey, so this is a great story too.
It is.
Sticking with the female side of things, we had a kicker on last week that we highlighted that kicked first ever extra point. But we had one of our viewers emailed in and said, "Hey, let's not forget about this young lady." I believe it was 5 extra points kicked by this young lady, and the first time ever in school history.
Yeah, you're right, boss. Sydney Holman from Clyde was an incredible football tradition. Yeah. We got an email, and it's great. You know what? It's changed so much, the paradigm about the Steve Taylor Stars when we first started. Now everybody wants to be a Steve Taylor Star. That's the good thing. The bad thing is everybody wants to be a Steve Taylor Star. We get China got an email.
Keep emailing us.
Yeah. Definitely keep emailing.
We respond. Yeah.
China gave us the email that said, "Hey, why didn't you put?" No, it didn't say that, but it did say, "Hey, Sydney kicked 5 extra points. It was the first time in the history of the school at Clyde, who has a remarkable football tradition. I've coached against Clyde when I was coaching at Fremont St. Joe, and they're incredible. She hit 5 in a row, and she said, "Hey, Sydney deserves some plaudits." So, boss, that's it for Sydney.
Yeah, and you know something about having good kickers on the team, right? I mean, you got to get those extra points, man. The game gets close. Five of them on that game Friday night, so.
That is significant, and I'm so glad we picked it up.
Yeah,
and I'm really blessed that I still have a job, because I think boss sent Tom and me an email out like,
how did we miss it?
Yeah, how did we miss that?
How did we miss this one?
Well, we need stringers in every state across. It's getting
right.
But a little thought here, boss. Cross, what he thinks about kickers. He never cared when his kickers makes an extra point. You know what he'd say? I get a touchdown in a couple minutes. It doesn't make it. Cross, is that the truth? That's the truth.
Tom, you know what I put on my Facebook page this week, right?
Right.
30 carries, maybe 10 yards.
Oh, shoot.
So you averaged that one out.
Yeah, I got
So
you.
let's move on to another position that Terry knows a little bit something about. We're going to Central Catholic. We're talking about up front.
Yeah.
When I talk about a guy this big, I got to refer to him as Mr.
Yeah.
Mr. Senate, right? This guy, 6'5",
Yeah,
pushing 3 bills.
He's huge.
Fantastic offensive lineman, leading the way for those fantastic running backs they got over there. But you can't run the ball unless you got big fellas up front blocking.
Exactly. And one thing I want to say about that, Steve, is that historically, Central High School has always had huge offensive and defensive linemen. And I used to hate to play against them because my body be sore for like the next 4 or 5 days. But congratulations to the young Central Catholic team over there. But they are huge. Tom, you want to just basically...
Yeah, you're right, Cross, and boss. Christopher Sennett, number 65 in the program. He's so smart, they interchange him at center and guard. He starts both positions. The offensive linemen are probably normally the smartest guys on the football team, because they have to know all the blocking adjustments and assignments. And Christopher's a great student on top of that. He's a refrigerator with a head. I mean, he's a double door of manna, right?
Yep.
Put a head on top, and that's what you got.
That's good.
He's a big man. He's a great student. He's a leader in that offensive line. They've won state titles because they can run the football.
Yes.
Cross knows what. If you can run the football, you can beat anybody.
And the thing about that is nobody can run against them.
Right, and the defense is off the field, right?
yes.
You know, Dallas, they all want to throw the ball with
Right.
Dak. That's great.
Right.
I'd be handing it to Zeke
Right.
because if you're doing that, you're eating clock. And your defense is sitting on the
Keeping
bench.
them on the
Yeah,
bench,
that's
right.
exactly right.
That's
But
how you
Christopher's he's a great role model. He's a great student, a heck of a lineman in the vein of what you talked about.
And
Carl.
just tell me his size again.
You know, he's a 6'5"er, and
I'm assuming there's a little more muscle on Mr.
I don't know, boss. You know, do you want me to get the gun
I
show
don't know.
going here or what? You know,
I was waiting on you to get that one in.
Welcome to the gun show.
you guys, I'm working out every day. You know.
All right, we're gonna keep on the football side of things. We're going
Yes.
over to Cardinal Stritch. We've got a young man that we know real well. He's been a star multiple times,
Yep.
Mr. Dwayne Moorhead. This is an unbelievable story. This guy, I mean, a human highlight film, right?
Yeah.
I mean, just talk about Friday night stats for a second, right? I mean, unstoppable both sides of the ball. It's a
Yeah,
crazy story.
172 yards, a touchdown. But that's only part of the story, as they say on TV. He made 4 tackles on defense. He blocked an extra point. But the inside of the story is he had 2 long touchdown
Yes.
runs. Called back.
Called back,
One was, I think, Cross. One was a 65.
No,
and
70 and 65 yards.
70 and 65. And they were called back.
Wow.
So he's a remarkable athlete from a great family. We know his
sure.
father.
Yep.
Cross, you know a little bit more about him.
Yeah, I spent some time with, as you guys know, with Dwayne and his dad last week. We had a wonderful time. What a nice young man, so humble,
Yeah.
down to earth. Put the work in every day.
Yeah.
And I am so proud of him. And he promised me, guys, I'm going to break your 328-yard record. And I said, I hope you do. It couldn't happen
awesome.
to a nicer person.
And Cross, if you had those other 2 in there, he's
Yes.
starting to get into the
He
category.
would have had 311 yards.
There you go. Yeah,
He would have
yeah.
had 300 yards.
And you notice how Terry knows those numbers because he knows it's not 328. He knows that he didn't get it yet, right?
I added it up.
He did. He added it up.
And we were in a
But
Dwayne,
you know-
I'm rooting for you. Break that record,
Yeah,
man.
but you know
Shut this guy up.
Terry
But you
and I,
know,
boss, we were in a meeting the other day, and they always ask Terry, somebody does, you know, that big yardage day, what was it, how many carries? Terry just does this, boss, he flips his wrist, he looks at the wristband, and, yeah, 328, 4 scores, he's got them all down.
What was the name of that show with, what was it, Al Bundy? Remember?
Married with
Children. Man, he knew everything.
Bundy had the records for a long
He had a lot
time.
of records. And he was
And,
still
you know,
talking about it.
And sometimes I do get upset. People say, you did rush for 317. And I said, no, it's 328. Some people say, you rushed for 358. I said, no, it's 328.
Don't mess with Terry's numbers.
Yeah, but Cardinal Stritch, Dwayne is a wonderful
He sure is.
athlete, and a wonderful student athlete, who comes from a great family,
He really does.
and Stritch has got a really good team.
And he's got a full football scholarship to the University of Dayton,
Yeah, that's
awesome.
great. They play great football.
which is a great
Yep,
school.
yep, they
Great
do.
school.
Congratulations, keep it up. Looking for more big things from you this season. Hope you break that record. Hey, thanks a lot for tuning in. Congratulations to all our stars of the week this week. And as always, reach out to us. Let us know if there's anybody out there that you'd like to see on our show, anybody that you'd like to see highlighted, because there are a lot of kids out there doing great things. We can't possibly get to all of them, but we'd love to highlight the ones that you send in and tell us about. Thanks a lot for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Take care.